Hey everyone, Tim's Computer Repair here with another laptop repair. This one has to do with a power jack. As you can see right here, it's all busted up. This is an HP X360 14M BA114DX. So what I've already done here with this computer, I will show you. Basically, what you got to do is you got to remove, there's a small cover here that's covering this sticker that's covering this screw. You remove that screw. Then there are screws that are underneath these feet here. You want to peel back this foot and you see right there, there's a screw hole. There's one there, there's one here. And then there are two more here. Along the front, there's one there. Here, there's three in the front. There is none under these, okay? So don't worry about taking those off. There are no screws there. Once you do that, you get a pry tool. And you go ahead and pry here. You can see I've already started to separate it. See there? So you take a pry tool there. And you just start unsnapping all the way around. All the way around. You just unsnap everything all the way around, okay? And then from that point, you want to be careful. You know, what I'd like to do is just kind of stand it up. Then once you get everything kind of separated, you want to keep the lid open so this easily unsnaps. And if you take a look here, this has ribbon cables. There are ribbon cables that you have to be careful of, that you don't want to just rip out. Okay, so the fun part, really the easiest part of this is taking these ribbon cables off. So there's the ribbon cable that goes to the keyboard. Again, you want to be sure that your laptop is not going to flop over here during this process. That's going to be real fun to get back on there, I'll tell you that. You know, get to it in whatever way is more comfortable for you. But regardless, it's going to be a bit tricky. So there's a ZIF connector that you got to flip up for your keyboard. I flip that up and you just pull that ribbon cable right out. And then there's another ZIF connector here that you got to flip up. I think it flips up, does it? Yep, it flips up. And that is your touchpad, and then this one is there's another small one there. There's most likely your backlight. So there's another ZIF you gotta flip up there too. And they don't make this easy to get your hands into, fortunately. Certainly not for me. I got it. It's flipped up. And pull the ribbon cable out. Those are going to be fun to get back on, I'll tell you that. And then off comes your keyboard and touchpad and palm rest. Okay, now we can set the computer back. Our power jack is right here. Nothing to do with that. It looks like it's underneath the motherboard. It looks like there's a bracket that covers the power jack. And that bracket runs underneath the motherboard right here. That's pretty insane. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this one screw. I'm not sure. Yeah, see that's loose. That's somewhat loose now. But to be honest with you, it honestly looks like I'm going to have to at least lift up the motherboard somewhat to get that power jack out of there. So there's some more motherboard screws here. There's one here. take that one out. Right here, there's another one. Can't believe it, but it looks like the whole board's got to be lifted out in order to replace the power jack. So right here, it looks like there's a tab. It looks like the tab goes in around this lip right here. So I wonder if I... Underneath the motherboard, everybody. Yeah, so this model's definitely different than some. So this particular power jack replacement may be different from yours after further examination here. So this motherboard is going to have to be, at the very least, shifted. I don't know about completely removed. Let's go ahead and unplug the power jack here real quick. Just unplug that. There we go. And yeah, we do have our wireless antenna cables here. I'm going to try not to remove them. Let's lift up this ZIF connector and take off this ribbon cable if possible. There. So there are white triangles showing you which screw is holding the motherboard down. So there's one there. There's another white triangle. Another one here. Okay, one here. You know, really, the first place we should have started here, and I only took out a few screws, but I'm just now noticing that the battery of this laptop doesn't have a cable. It just pushes directly onto the board. So I am going to go ahead and attack that now. Should be the first thing that I did, but I didn't. But it'll be okay. Let's remove the battery. Just like that. Battery is removed. All right, let's continue with the motherboard screws here. Got another one here. Right here. Our Wi-Fi adapter, which is right here, that's also attached to the board, of course, and it is held down by a screw. So we're going to take that screw out. I just want to be able to lift it enough. Go ahead and take off these ribbon cables right here. I think that one might be okay. And that's just the video cable. We'll go ahead and disconnect the, looks like that's the video cable. I see. Also, we're going to have to disconnect or unscrew the fan assembly, because that's where the heat sink is attached to, and that kind of hide from you there a little bit. I see now. Oh, looks like there's a screw here. Okay, now we're able to kind of lift up on things a little bit here. I just want to... Yeah, it looks like we're probably going to go ahead and remove this speaker assembly here. Sorry, there's one screw that came out there. These are different screws from the rest of them. This one here. See if I can wiggle this board out of here. Well, it's doing something. Just trying to get it to where it comes off of this. Where I have access to this bracket. There it is. I don't have to do anything else there. And there's the broken jack. So we'll run this little sticker number here and see if we can get one ordered. Okay, with the magic of editing, we are back. So I have my new jack. This is the old jack, all busted up. This is the new jack. They match up pretty much the same. Yeah, looks about right. So now we just got to go through the reverse process of installing this jack. Then we'll get our little bracket. Of course, our little bracket. Just down on top of that. This just looped around and gets power plugged back into the board. Yeah, I guess it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do that now. All right. Now we can kind of wiggle this board kind of back into place here. Kind of pick this up, and there we go. That's set down in there pretty good. Looks like these speakers are just getting stuck here. There we go. You have to kind of lift up a little bit on one end, on this end here. Kind of work it down in there. That's looking much better. Yeah, that's looking good there. Another one here. Here. Right here too. Fan. Right here. Right here. I think that's all of the motherboard screws there. We also have the wireless adapter card here. This screw that needs to go back in. Look at that, I did that without even having to remove that card or those pesky antenna cables. Then we have the speaker screws, the funny looking speaker screws. Here. we can plug in all of our connectors. This one here is the video. Little daughter board here, little daughter board connector here. Yep. And this one here goes under, which is under the battery. Sure that's in there right. It looked like it wasn't sitting in there too good. It is. Okay, there's another one right here. Okay, and I think at this point, I believe that's all of the connectors. I think we hit them all. Keep that open. These are the fun ones here. These are going to be the fun ones where the keyboard comes back into play. So actually we probably can go ahead and test this actually now, because the power button's over here, still on the board. Our jack is in place. So all we need to do is see if we can get a post. Ooh. Didn't even notice this, guys. The jack, the center part of the jack here is busted off in this adapter. So we can't use this adapter unless I can find a way to dig that out. Alright, 19 volts. I think they're going to be okay. It's kind of a good sign there. Let me go ahead and plug it in. So let me go ahead and just power it on. Yep, fan spinning. See if we get a little post. Waiting, waiting. There we go. Reboot the system. Checksum is invalid. That's okay. We'll fix all of that. So we do here have a, if you can see writing on the screen, fan spinning. This is going to be a successful repair. We'll go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll have to get the battery back in. There we go. Battery's back in. Let's put this cable back in. Getting this connected back. I'm just going to have to stand it up. This will be fun. All right. We got 1, 2, 3. Let me start with that looks pretty good. Close it. Nope, I think I got it. Close that. How about that? And I've got one more. There we go. I got it that time. Got it that time, I think. Have a close look here. Lay it down. That's looking pretty good there. That's looking pretty good there. All right, we won't close everything down all the way around. I want to test this one more time to be sure our keyboard and everything works. We'll do a F10 save and exit. Yes. Let's see if we get a little host here now, or at least a login screen. Yep, we got the HP logo, we got the loading screen going. And no backlight yet. Should be a backlight. And we have backlight. So now we know the backlight's working also. We're in really good shape here. So there you have it, everyone. This is how to replace the power jack on this model X360 laptop computer. Hope this helps somebody out. Hey, have a great YouTube day. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you head right down below here, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. That would be really awesome. I have much more computer repair videos coming your way. There's also a bell you can click for to get notifications for my videos. I really appreciate everybody's support. And as usual, everyone, until next time, see you soon.